My message for Turkish people is that we are very good friends, but we have the very best relation so far, at least in our contemporary history, and would like to see more Turkish people, more Turkish investors, more of Turkish presence here in Serbia. Come to Belgrade. I think the Turkish people like Belgrade very much, and I think that Serbs will like Turkish people. And speaking about politics, I think that we respect each other, we appreciate each other, but more importantly, I think that Turks has no problems at all in Serbia, in any single city in this country, because Serbs have always respected and appreciated Turks. Come to this country, and I hope that you, dear citizens of Turkey, will feel at home here in our country, and we'll do our best from our political side, or from our political view, to improve even furthermore our relationship, even to do many other things. Speaking about Turkish investors, I want to say that I personally received almost every single Turkish investor in this country, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take care about their investments even in the future. I want them to be very satisfied with their investments into this country, and I want them to make bigger profits in the future, and I just hope that they will also start liking and respecting Serbia in a way that we appreciate and respect Turkey. And it means come to Belgrade, come to Serbia, and feel at home, dear friends. I never meddle myself or involve into internal relationship within a political system of one country, but I would like to say one sentence. Please, dear people of Turkey, you have your own agenda, but just take a look on what you had 15 years ago or 20 years ago. Just see in Ankara how it looked 20 years ago, how it looks today. And then estimate and assess in a proper way who did really a great job for Turkey and for Turkish people. It was a very important visit for Serbia. Turkey is one of the most important countries and partners for us, and I have to say that I can divide it into three different fields, the significance of President Erdogan's visit to Belgrade and to Serbia. Number one, we once again confirmed our very good political relationship. At the same time, it's based on mutual respect, and that's why I'm personally profoundly grateful to the President, to the President Erdogan, because he actually showed a lot of respect and appreciation for Serbia, and Serbs always knew how to evaluate it and how to appreciate it in the best possible way. And now we speak about all different issues. Now, even when we have some differences on some issues, we do consult ourselves with each other, we do speak to each other, and it's President Erdogan that deserves to be politically praised for the improvement of our bilateral relationship on that political level, including regional stability, political talks between different parts in this Balkan region, and also improvement of an overall atmosphere in our very fragile region. Number two, we did, in a very concrete terms, improve our economic bilateral relationship. Last time, 2 years ago, when President Erdogan was here, we used to have 840 million euros trade exchange. Now we are going to have, by the end of this year, 1.2 billion, and speaking about euros, in dollars it will be almost 1.4. And that's, as you can see, huge progress made in the last 2 years. Speaking about it, we are once again very thankful to Turkish investors and to an overall climate that was created by President Erdogan and his people about possible Turkish investors coming and investing their money to Serbia. And I was always emphasizing and always insisting on the fact that only Turks wanted to come to the rural or suburban areas of our cities in Serbia and invest their money. All the others were coming close to big cities or directly on highways, but speaking about remote areas in our country, Turks were the only interested in. And I'm once again very grateful to those investors. And we, at the same time, succeeded to, let's say, invite more Turkish investors, and for the first time to boost some Serbian investors to show their interest for investing in Turkey. Number 3, it's our trilateral meeting with Bosnian presidency, and I think that the appearance of Recep Tayyip Erdogan helped us stabilizing the situation between all of us, in this region, and bringing more responsibility, bringing more seriousness into our interrelationships. And this is something that we need to work more and more. We need to create different type of tourist offers, cultural offers for Turkey, to see how we're going to attract more Turkish people and how we're going to strengthen our region, stabilizing the situation. And that's why very important is that we did an opening ceremony for our highway from Belgrade to Sarajevo. We're going to do our job. I hope that Bosnians will do the same. That would be very important for all of us. And I think if there was no Recep Tayyip Erdogan, I'm not certain that all these demands, all these requests would be met by the other side. And that's why it was very important, his visit, and once again, I am very, very satisfied with that. I think that Serbia, well, Turkish economy is more advanced than Serbian economy. And that's number one, we have to admit it. But I think that Serbia is progressing very well on in IT sector, in new technologies, innovative technologies, and I think that these are the fields in which we can offer something to Turkey. There are some other agricultural fields in which we can also offer something to Turkey. And what we need, as a matter of fact, is more business-to-business contacts, people-to-people contacts. That's why it was very important that all PAK and Čadež met each other, that they organized business forum, and then people can sit together, people can meet each other, people will create their own interests and their own ties, which is by far the best. We just have to do our best to create better environment for them, strengthening those ties. And this is basically what we as a top leadership of Turkey and Serbia should do it in the future. What I am working on and what we are working on in a very hard way, it's to take more responsible approach towards all the others. When I say this, I mean even not to reply, not to answer to some provocations when we come to that. It's okay, we are small, but we are still bigger than the others in the region of Western Balkans. We need to be more relaxed when we speak about their, from time to time, intriguant or arrogant words. We should avoid any kind of stupid answers, response. Then we need to do everything that is in our hands to bring the region together. Because all of us alone, we mean nothing. But if we unite ourselves, if we create, and that's why I'm meeting today Zaev and Rama, if we'll be able to put off all barriers, all hurdles on free flow of goods, capital, services, people, that will be a huge achievement. And that's what we need to work on. And I will invest all my efforts into creating better environment on that, into attracting those people and those countries to a closer cooperation with Serbia. That's what we need to do, and we need to understand them more. And I know that they need to understand us more, but we should start from us, from ourselves, and then to ask them for doing the same. Yesterday at that ceremony, I used one sentence, which I'm going to confirm and repeat it today. If we were supposed to build highways 30 and 25 years ago, there would be no wars, but peace. There would be no disaster, not political, but and different nation disaster, particularly disaster for Bosniaks and Serbs. And when you build highways, it's not only about asphalt putting on the ground. It's about people connecting to each other. It's about people working together on highways. It's about people traveling together, because you'll have thousands of buses, trucks. Then, speaking about railroads, thousands of trains and everything else. Then people will get closer to each other. And then we'll see all the benefits for both of us, Bosniaks and Serbs in particular, and Croats as well. Then we're going to see that we are able to provide bigger net wages, bigger pensions, and better living standard for our people. And then no one will be interested in creating any kind of chaos. And that's, to use something that I heard from Recep Tayyip Erdogan, it's not only that economy matters, it's politics that we deal with when we build these highways. But it's a good policy and a good politics. And we should have done that before. We both need to take care of ourselves. Our job is to do everything the best to protect our state and national interests, and to take care of our own people, which means economic benefits, political benefits. We are on our EU path, and that's our strategic goal, to be a full-fledged membership of the European Union. But no one can guarantee us when that might happen, or is it going to happen, or is it going to happen soon, or nobody knows. But in the meantime, what we're going to do? Shoot our own leg because we're going to worsen our relationship with Turkey, Russia, China? No. And we have friends. We act as an independent state, as a sovereign state. We are on our EU path, but we take decisions. We make decisions on who we want to cooperate with. And we want to cooperate with Turkey, China, Russia, all the other countries all over the world. And we are doing, both of us, the best possible job for our nations and for our people. And that's our job. That's why we were elected by the people.